Today we'll be reviewing and comparing two mouses by Kingston HyperX series, which is the Pulsefire Core as well as the Pulsefire FPS Pro. When it comes to the similarities between both of the mouses right here, the main switches are both mechanical. Both of them are rated to last 20 million clicks, just that we know the FPS Pro is using Omron based mechanical switches, whereas the Core right here, we have no information. Now when it comes to the cable length for both of the mouse right here, both are 1.8 meters long with soft braided type, though there is a little bit of what we call a spring back action, something to note, so you may need to use a cable bungee if you're in a tight situation. Aside from that, they have also both two large glide feeds, extremely large glide feeds compared to industry standard. So this will introduce less drag into any table surface, may be IKEA table, a rough textured fabric mouse pad, or a plastic smooth top. This one would do well when it comes to gliding. Let's start with the differences between the two. The Pulsefire Core weighs 87 grams without the cable. With the cable, it weighs 123 grams. Whereas the FPS Pro right here weighs 95 grams without the cable and 130 grams with the cable. Both mouse uses a different sensor. The Pulsefire Core uses a Pixar 3327 sensor capable to read up to 6200 dpi, whereas the Pulsefire FPS Pro right here is using a Pixar 3389 sensor capable to read up to 16,000 dpi. Only God's hand can hold such power. Now when it comes to the DPI toggle straight out of the box without the software configuration, the Pulsefire Core right here can do 800, 1600, 2400 and 3200, whereas the Pulsefire FPS Pro can do 800, 1600 and 3200. When it comes to the programmable buttons right here, the Core has 7 of them, whereas the FPS Pro only has 6. The difference is the Core here has 2 DPI switch buttons, whereas the FPS Pro only has 1 of them. Now when it comes to its overall look and design, starting with the Core right here, this is an ambidextrous mouse, meaning left-handed gamers can also enjoy this. Now it has matte surface on the left and right side with line texture to help with grip slightly, matte top, and a little bit of a glossy accents on the side around the mouse and also the center right here to accentuate the design and overall look. There's one customizable RGB zone. The scroll wheel is a step type. It has some resistance to it and a noticeable sound. Now when it comes to holding it, we'll talk about it in the ergonomics bit shortly. Now looking at the FPS mouse right here, this is what we call an ergonomic mouse with curved thumb sides right here, as well as the slightly taller and longer bulge at the sides right here like a cake design. This helps to rest the ring finger on top to reduce the drag of the ring finger itself. There is 2 customizable RGB zones, the logo as well as the scroll wheel. Now when it comes to the scroll wheel, this is way less resistance, quieter, and it's a step type compared to the earlier mouse. Yep, this one is slightly louder just for double confirmation. Now when it comes to the sides right here, this one has really rough texture rubber surface on left and right to help with the grip. When it comes to its overall length, width and height, the Pulsefire Core right here has a length of 119mm, a width of 64mm and a height of 41mm, whereas the FPS Pro right here has a length of 128mm, a width of 71mm and a height of 42mm. So this one is higher by 1mm, not significant between the two. Now let's talk about ergonomics. My hands is measuring 18 cm long and 10 cm wide. We'll talk about the Pulsefire Core right here first. Now just putting my hands on top of it, just by the looks of it, the ring finger and the pinky finger does touch the surface significantly. My fingers is slightly longer, and when it comes to the hand area, there's a larger portion of the hand is touching the surface, so that will introduce some drag. Now the thumb right here is comfortable, but when it comes to actuating or rocking back and forth, the 2 thumb buttons right here is really hard because it's located way lower. I prefer it was a little bit higher. So you still need to bend your hand at a 90-degree angle to actuate them. This may pose a little bit of discomfort at the joints right here, especially if you're an older guy like me. Now, aside from that, just looking at its overall profile when it comes to palm configuration, fingertip and claw is really comfortable because it has higher arc support right here of 41mm. It fills in the void in the middle of the hands right here, so your hands do not have to squinch in like this. It's nearly flat out. So good support at the middle area right here. So it's fine actually. Now let's talk about the FPS Pro right here. Putting my hands on top of it, I can say that a tiny bit of the ring finger touches the surface. This one is the pointy finger right here, less compared to the earlier one. The finger does bulge a little bit. When it comes to the hand, it only a tiny bit right here, it touches the surface, so less drag. Now when it comes to the thumb area, as far as rocking the buttons, it's more resistance to actuate these buttons, even louder sound, compared to the core right here, which is easier to actuate. Now aside from that, you still need to bend your thumb at the awkward 90 degrees, may pose discomfort right here. Now aside from that, the general feel of the mouse is actually way more comfortable, surprisingly. Now looking at its profile, when it comes to palm configuration, fingertip and claw, I can tell you right now it's really comfortable. It's same like the earlier mouse with ample high arc profile right here to fill in the void of the middle part of the hands right here. But the difference is this one, the hands is more flat out because of its longer width right here, supporting these two areas. Whereas this one right here, I noticed that I still have to bend my hand inwards a little bit. So as far as comfort, the bigger mouse would win anytime. The question right now is how to pick the right mouse. If your hand size is 15 cm and smaller, you may want to go with the FPS core right here. It will be amazing for you. Aside from that, if you have larger hand size like me, you can also buy this mouse for portability reasons. Maybe for college, for office on the go, freelance work, editing off home or away from your desktop PC, looking for a lightweight, compact and comfortable mouse. This would be a good choice. As far as performance, lift-off distance, DPI reading, it's consistent, it's pixel sensor, so you wouldn't go wrong with it. Whereas this one right here is meant for a bat cave, and a Batman's cave to be more specific. This is more for relax, ergonomics and comfort. So this is meant for long-term use at your desktop PC right here. And this is more for serious people that is going to game on a regular and long duration like streamers, because your hands tends to sweat up easily after an hour of gaming. This one right here does not have rubber grips, so the plastic area right here will come slippery, and yeah, it's not going to be good, especially if you're going to hold and doing a lot of flick shot. The sides right here will be slippery, the thumb will be slippery, and it will pose really discomfort experience. Whereas this one right here have rubber surface, it helps with the grip for prolonged gaming sessions right here. And prolonged gaming sessions, you need the mouse to be very comfortable. This would be the wise choice. So thank you for watching this simple comparison and review video of the mouse right here. I would highly recommend both of the mouse, but do check them out if possible before purchasing them. If you're interested in this mouse right here, links in the video description below where you can purchase them and check the updated pricing. Remember to like, subscribe and help share this video on social media to give us the necessary boost. Comment below what other mouse or what other HyperX products you want us to review. From there, we will request the principal to lend us for review. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next comparison video. Solid, color cycle, breathing, trigger.